there's a couple of books on Buddhism, Taoism, and Zen. And the problem with a bunch of these books is, the platitudes. Man. Not the going too deep, like the sound of one hand clapping. It's this, people. Can you hear this? It's there's like, you can let yourself be happy. All you have to do is let yourself be happy. It was like, whoa, shit.
Dang.
Oh my God, I never knew.
I never knew.
There's some of the things like that with Zen as well, and Buddhism, and like all of them have this, but you got to try and communicate it as best you can. So sometimes it is going to come out as a platitude.
Yeah, that's a hard thing I sometimes struggle with, because let's say I have experienced something to do with positivity, or I've experienced something to do with discipline. So when someone asks me, I can't handle doing this and this and this, what should I do? My answer might sound like a platitude, but comes from the fact that I have the experience with it. I might say, well, you need to be disciplined and get up earlier and be positive, and whatever you put your mindset into, that's what's you're gonna be thinking. If you're gonna be thinking negative, then it's gonna feel negative. But if you go into it with a positive mindset, whatever, right, etc. Yeah. But telling that to somebody who hasn't experienced it and it comes across as platitude, well, you might as well not be telling them anything, because it's gonna be annoyed. It's like, duh, of course, like of course I should be positive and think positively, but I'm not. Like I'm pissed off. So that can be hard because we're like, you relating that to me. Sure, we get it. But it's not like the mere mortalites really going to get it. It's not like I'm really getting it. You got it. You got it. I think it's almost one of those, I don't know if I've ever really read this properly or synthesized properly, but there must be something to be said around, like, if you ever hear a quote or you really like it, or a platitude or whatever else, you should do your darnest to like actually experience it, so you can truly understand what that means. Yeah,
quotes are a good one, because that's almost the ultimate form of platitude, because it'll go on your Instagram. You just slap it on, maybe not even a caption beneath it, and it's just, feeling this right now. And
that's why I enjoy, my maxims in the way that they're, things that you can actually apply when I read them. Like when I actually read them, even though they are quotes, so like say, easy life, hard choices, easy life, easy choices, hard life. That type of sort of mixture. Now, that could be a quote that you could say to somebody, and they might get it. But for me, when I read it at maximum, I'm like, okay, I've experienced so many instances of where this applies. I can relate to so many of them, and it maps the emotion that I had to that time. And I go, okay, cool. Totally makes sense to me. But just because I tell you that doesn't mean that all of a sudden is going to be the top quote for you or the top thing for you to follow. No, like unless you experience it and it has the same effect, like it's just words. It's like you might as well say it in German. You might as well say it in German or in Spanish or something else. That's going to be like as much effect. If it has no emotional attachment, then you're just saying random words in a random language. Cheers. So